Ooh, a hand with coffee for me? Thank you. Oh, that's awesome. Meatball, how's it going? How's it going, guys? I hope you guys are having a good day. We gotta go ahead and finish facing the right way. We have Slay Home, but it's the opposite, so we gotta go like this now. Slay Home. With a little custom picture of Meatball and you guys with us right now. Hey, hope you guys are having a nice day. Hope the quality of the stream is better, right? We're always constantly working on it. I turned up the noise filter, so let me just check on that. With us right now. Hey, hope you guys are having a... That sounds okay. That sounds okay. So let's go back and actually ask a question. Do you guys have too much DD? Hey, Billy Mays here, and I'm going to give you guys a copy of the due diligence collected by this other user, reposted by this user, and it is essentially every single piece of DD, I think, all the way from April to March. So basically the very beginning of March 26th. So this is just a ton of DD from the past week. This is going to go straight on into the description. And this is one of the posts on, yes, our super stock. So you guys are probably wondering what the question is asking here, right? All the DD. The question is asking what happened with GME pre-market, right? What is this drop here from 190 bucks to 157? That's a $40 drop. Wow, ridiculous. Sorry, $50 drop, right? Because we're looking at a high of 190 all the way down to 154. Oh, that's still 40. Let me change that to 40 bucks. $40 dip pre-market that is now recovered, and even though it re-pushed the resistance that it was also pushing on pre-market, it had been rejected momentarily, right? Had a little bit of a reversal, but now is trading underneath 184. That's currently where GME is. We have a couple of update videos about that already, but you guys, if you followed the morning live stream, you would have known that GME had this news release. The bad enough news release that knocked the price down for basically a straight up discount. This is... You guys know that we try to avoid hyperbole here, but if you bought down here at the dip, that's 195 and then returns back to 195 literally in 3-4 hours. That is a tasty discount. So that's one other thing to note right there. We also have people saying some more information about exactly how this is. Essentially, let me give you an understanding. This offering is not new, right? People have been concerned with this offering, right? 33.5 million shares, and then people realize that the actual news is old, just like the AMC scare. It's kind of like GME looks at AMC and goes, yeah, you guys are, you know, we're trying to say apes don't fight apes, but when GME says, oh, you guys don't know the understanding of the May the 4th vote share for AMC, and then GME has almost the exact same scare, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and then recovers in just a quick second. AMC is having that, but in a delayed response. Essentially, people are realizing that share issuance is also basically just a little bit of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Doesn't change anything about the situation. That's the most important piece. It's not bullish or bearish. It just doesn't change anything as of right now, which is why these two stocks had a massive dip and then a rip back up to where they are again. AMC was up 19% during today's highest peak at 11.25, and now it is just hovering around 12.5%. That's okay, still double digits up, ridiculous. And we are still going to cover a little bit of this DD collection, this smorgasbord of DD right here. Okay, let's see. Let me hear the audio one more time to see if it's okay. DD collection, this smorgasbord. That sounds okay. Raquel Lozano says, Andrew, where are you? I am in the void. I'm in Tendyland, and I need you guys to jump on the train. Oh, man. Okay, let me just read through some of the questions you guys have here. Ben McCovey says, best show ever. Andrew, you are the best. Oh, no, Ben, you are the best. Thank you. Appreciate that. And we have Lady T says, appreciate the Dr. Evil. Welcome back, Andrew, says Chef Pew Pew. Let's get this power hour rolling. Let's see. Quality is good. Meatball looks crisp. Good. That's all I really care about. Meatball looks crisp. Concerning your username. Smoking or joking is always in here. Very cool. So I'm not sure if I should announce this quite yet, but we have actually been reached out to by a congressman. So this is the next guest to get hyped up about. This congressman wants to come on the show, and he originally was one of the biggest proponents against cheating and cheating the financial systems, for example. I need to read up more about this congressman. I'm going to be more prepared. Let's just say that's overall. More people are saying, people like this laissez-faire attitude of when the DD comes, when people have questions, we are going to basically have office hours. But some of you are asking for lectures instead. Some of you are like, you should have an agenda out here. This is just me extrapolating what I think you guys want to see from this show. So if you guys want that, that's what we're going to work on, right? That's what we are going to work on here. About GME. So the title of this is also low IV, right? So we also want to talk about volatility and why that the lower it is, the more opportunities we have for that gamma squeeze. We covered it a while ago, right? But this is the main idea. Well, actually, now I already erased my IV drawing, but let's take a look at that options chain. So this is the one for GME. So there's a brand new we were watching this morning, right? $1 million worth of puts over at $200. Now $6 million. These are in the money puts, right? People are putting this here just to prevent GME from going too high. This is the inverse of using delta hedging for the gamma squeeze. This is people wanting the price of the stock to never reach 200. So this kind of put wall gives us the opposite effect as a gamma ramp. These are in the money. They could exercise this right now. They want to sell GME at $200. It's not worth $200. So these are already in the money. They serve the only purpose that they serve currently is a safer bet for people who want to be short or have a down position, a negative position on GME, or it allows people to, once again, put that put wall up there and hurt GME from that side. Let's look at, let's see. CTRM is in Tendyland? Let me check, because we looked at CTRM earlier today. It's not in Tendyland. It's an inverse Tendyland. It's down 20% today. Lee Woody says AMC CEO interview at 3. So that's 3. It's already 3 Eastern. So 3 o'clock. What time zone? So I would like to not miss it. Somebody look in there. I would ideally not miss out on the CEO speaking here. Javier Lopez, yo Mo, what's up, bro? I'm working, checking in when I can. I smashed the like, you dig? Aw, hey, I appreciate that. And the rest of you, if you can see these very cool supers here. Meatball became an NFT and has been sold. Let's see which one of these is about likes. Oh yeah, Echo Lotus says, daily remember to like the video so we can see more passengers on the Rocket Moon platoon. If you guys aren't aware of why people ask to like this video, it's because of the YouTube algorithm. I read that white paper. I understand exactly what gets the people going. And it's the like button. So I would appreciate it if you guys want to be able to support the show in that way. Oh boy. Kenny Yu says, hopefully you're more prepared than the hedge funds were prepared for us. Yeah, it's really hard to be negative prepared for like the hedge funds were. Okay, so Anthony Sosa says, why would GME do this now? We've talked about the different, in the previous live stream we talked about why GME would try to do this, and it breaks down the 3 different camps of people who want to see GME succeed. There are people who like GME and only GME, people who like money and only money, and people who like making a statement, like Occupy Wall Street, but part 2. So of these three groups of people, the only group of people that this is good news for, but this is, you know, blase, whatever news for everyone else, is the group of people that like GME specifically, because it allows GME to take profits on the way up to the squeeze. But it doesn't really affect the squeeze. In fact, it really creates a little bit of uncertainty for it. And we were talking about this press release. So that is where we are currently standing in limbo. Okay, so we're waiting as a couple more people gather in. Drinking this water. This is the way. Gosu and Chris Rakis are in the house. What's going on here? KXM Rock says, I always give thumb. I give thumb. We're here to learn something. Heck yeah. That's the right attitude. We're always just here to learn. This is the main point. So if you guys have ticker symbol suggestions, we are going to focus up and learn as much as we can about the symbols that you guys are interested in. But GameStop, we have been tracking for a hot sec now. Still traveling right between these two channels right here. I am going to today put out a technical analysis 101 video. And that video is going to basically bring you from the complete zero. And I want to be able to start building that playlist of how to do technical analysis like me from a very, very, very basic level. So if you guys are either new to the channel or old to the channel and you haven't yet seen a good quality technical analysis piece yet, we're going to do that together. Okay, I'm just going to clip around a little bit real quick. Let's see what's going on here. This is good coffee. Sean Carter says, here to learn the messiest way to peel a banana. Oh, yes. All right, once again, as a reminder, we have the all DD here. Aw, heck yeah. Thanks for the reply. So we have Boney One Kenobi here, the DD that we, from another data scientist that we read earlier. He says, hi Andrew, Mr. Mo Money, Mr. Money, thanks for the invitation, but he is going to decline. He appreciates the channel, but rather would not risk additional exposure due to his professional position being relatively high profile. Okay, so that is the response. It's actually the only rejection we've gotten on the show so far. People are very much like, they like to be on the show or they just ghost me. So the only two people that have rejected or ghosted so far is, well, actually three people. So here's the three people that didn't want to come on the show. It was Elon Musk, who didn't respond. It was Roaring Kitty, who didn't respond. And now Boney One Kenobi. So he is joining that club. And most importantly, for both Roaring Kitty and Boney One Kenobi, those two people are very much like, it makes sense why they don't want to come on the show. Yeah. Okay. Oh shoot, okay, so that that congressman is actually coming on the show tomorrow. Yep. The 3:30 ET time works great. We should expect a great crowd then. I'll send a Zoom link prior to the call. Okay, so we have a representative coming to, I believe a Californian congressman coming on the show tomorrow. And he has created the Stop Cheaters Act. Very cool. Well, I guess I'll learn more about him. But yeah, there you go. People are coming on the show. Very sweet. GME One-Stop Shop. Do your own DD. Perfect. So this is the copy of the DD collection. But as a reminder, make sure to do your own DD. Important links for your own DD. So iBorrowDesk, Stonko Tracker, Reveal Spoiler. Ooh, those are, I don't know why those are spoilers here. Newcomer section, welcome, right? There's so many different ways to do good DD. So this is the DD collection that I just added down there. Is there anything that I should cover? Because when there's too much DD, it's kind of like harder to be able to actually figure out what to cover here. Readers are here, new executives hires, 004. This is in reverse chronological order, which is kind of ridiculous. Max Payne. I could make a video about like how to traverse this comprehensive DD guide. Next part, 24th to the 25th of March. Oh no, then this goes to the next part of the list. Oh no, and then another compilation. Oh no, and then it keeps going. Okay. Doesn't seem like it's gonna stop. Fair enough. Ooh. These are not really fantastic FUD uses here. Okay, sweet. Well, there's that. Sarah, thank you for the super. Okay, so. Okay, Christopher Katsuff wants to see AOS. So if you guys want ticker symbols, this is the time to throw them in the chat. Let's take a look. Howdy, Andrew. Thoughts on Superstock? It's good. all the friends of the show are now migrating over, so I'm not gonna stop using our GME as a valid resource. However, just as a reminder, just because certain apes fight apes doesn't mean that we are divided, right? That's what the hedge funds want. So there we go. Let's see. Meatball, you wanna come watch stocks with us? There you go, bud. Well, I don't do this on a weekday, but if we can get this like counter up to 1,000, I will pull the Glenfiddich. That's an extra incentive for you guys. So let's get that like counter up here. No one's happy with incentives, really. But like people are like, oh, incentives, they're so boring. They don't seem genuine. I'm just a follower of the algorithm. This is the only way. This is one of the only ways to be a YouTuber. So, sorry for asking, but please do consider. So now, once more, let us go through some technical analysis here. Oh, AOS is on a bit of a bullish climb here, all the way from a bottoming out at about January. It's just been on non-stop impulse after impulse. This one is roughly from 53 bucks to 62, so that's about a $9 impulse here. Here's a small one from about 59 to 63, about $3. So there's somewhere between the sub waves here are from 60 to 64.50, so anywhere from $3 to $9 here, mostly averaging out around $4 each sub wave. Let's look at this one. 64 bucks to go to 68, it does. So about 64 bucks all the way to 70. So that's about a $4 to $5 sub wave each time we see an impulse. So this is good that it's staying put at the upper half of this sub wave. So really quickly, what you can notice is that there's an ascending level of resistance and support, right? This is a bullish climb over here, but it has been bullish for months now. That's one of the first things to note. The second thing to note is that if we do continue on this path, then we are likely going to see another $5 subwave starting from $67. So this $5 wave is going to climb up to 72. So that's my current price prediction for what is the duration of these waves here from the 15th to the 25th, about 10 days to see a full wave. But in order to find the peak, 15 to the 19th, about 4 days until this peaks. So by Friday, let's say, we should see AOS climb upwards of another $5. It's slow and steady growth, but it does seem like natural good growth starting from the beginning of the year. I don't have any news catalysts, I don't have any extraneous information to actually build on this hypothesis, but as of is currently running, the RSI is running fine, the MACD looks normal, everything looks very healthy. You can fit a lot of growth in this guy right here. I slammed the side of this stock. So AOS, you are looking positive. I would say that I'm not sure when a reversal or a correction is going to be in play. The last time that they had a major correction was... Wow, it's almost never had a major correction. So this is all the way back in 2020. So throughout the pandemic, it actually had stayed pretty consistent. So I would say the AOS, let me look on the daily chart to see if there's a correction that we can actually take. Okay, so this is a correction from $50 to 33, and this happened back in 2019. So this data is real old. I don't see a correction coming soon for AOS, but check out the other indicators. All right, so what other stunk shall we look at? Let's look at LMFAO. That's a good one. No, let's look at LTNC. Logan Casper says, please just peep it. LTNC. We actually are having some, Super says, Lauren Simpson, you should have A. Tobit on tomorrow to help the interview the congressman and discuss rehypothecation. That's a great idea. I was going to have A. Tobit on anyway, but now I'm going to tell him that a congressman might be here. So, hey, we are having a congressman on the show tomorrow. Most likely, right? I don't want to say 100% yet. At 12:30 p.m. PST. Likely to be a great day for us to jump on a live stream together. The chat would like you to ask questions about rehypothecation, baby. If you guys do not know who A. Tobit is, he is now a good friend after that interview. So we actually have not only friend of the show, but friend of me, Andrew Mo Money, Austin Tobit, and he is he has been talking about coming on the show. He wanted to cover his rehypothecation over the weekend. Easter weekend obviously got a little busy, and now we're going to be talking about when he should come on next time. Maybe it's tomorrow, right? He's the one that wrote Citadel Has No Clothes and the Everything Short. Really cool. Sarah says, accidentally didn't do that right, but here's another $5 of AMC Rocket. She's getting a logo tattooed. This is one of the most raunchy supers I've ever had, and I do want to remember this. What a super. Sarah, we're going to hold you to it. We're going to hold you to it, but thank you for sharing that with us. And Marcellus Austin says, check out OPTT, please. Okay, so LTNC real quick, and then OPTT. Can you believe the tattoos people are going to get? I am really strongly considering something, but it needs to be artistic. Is it like a diamond hand or something? That'd be really cool. Something a little bit like cooler than a diamond hand. Let's see. Does this video work? Should work now. Uh-oh, wait. Okay. Proof or ban. Okay, SUPV is also gonna be on deck soon, so OBTT and N, whatever that one was. So let's see. So this is a penny stock. This is a penny stock. I don't like extrapolating data on penny stocks, but I have to say that this looks a little bit like a runaway stock. You see that it tried to double top here on the daily chart. It's double topping at 8 cents here. So this could be a very negative sign. So be extremely careful about what LTNC is going to try and do these next 2 days. If it does drop below 6 cents, run away hard, because it is likely going to be that M shape, that dreaded opposite of the George W. If it does double top here at 8 cents, even if you consider the bodies instead of the wicks, you see a double top here about basically 8 cents as well. So be careful, don't get burned on the way down. OPTT, Ocean Power, and then we're gonna do what was it? SUPV. Mighty Brow says X posted WallStreetBets. Sarah, let's get it logged. We're getting it logged in here, guys. Sarah is officially stuck with this promise. Ooh. Where are we going? OPTT. AMC CEO interview? Where is that interview? Does anybody know what channel it's on? Oh, it's happening now, huh? Is it happening now or later? Okay, when the AMC CEO does come on, we will have him on here as well. I just don't think it's happening quite yet. Let's see. So OPTT and then SUPV. I drew lines for this already. It seems like my channel is no longer accurate that I drew earlier. So that is because I was trying to parallel this downward channel with this one. So as of right now, it actually got supported by the exponential moving average, which is interesting. So this purple line is giving us a sense of macro momentum. And one of the first things that you'll notice is that that is actually holding up the stock right where it would have continued on this path. It had bounced off and been supported by the EMA once and then twice. So this is a strong level of support now at about $3. Might be a mental barrier here as well. I would say that OPTT is likely going to try and recontest this 333 mark. If it does, I would say that there is a high possibility of it being able to try and contest the next level of resistance at $4.14. However, as of right now, now that this channel has been broken out of, this is not a reversal quite yet, right? This could be the beginning of a impulse wave here. This is the first part, and the first part of the subwave is $2.66 to $3.50. That's a 90-cent subwave. So that's like a 33% subwave on your entire value of the stock. More than that, like 40%. So that is, be careful, because this amount of bearish activity here, and then a series of consolidation might make you think that the next subwave is going to be equally large, another 90 cents, but that could be an easy way to get burned on the way back down. Okay, SUPV. Sarah, welcome to being a Mo Monkey. Okay, now we have you tracked. We are watching you, Sarah. Thank you so much for that. For joining the team, pressing the join button next to the subscribe button. I appreciate that. Okay. So I think the CEO is going to be here in like 30 minutes, maybe. He's going to be live on Fox. And he's going to be live here. We're going to be covering the AMC CEO in just a sec. Okay, what other stock are we looking at? Ocugen. Oh. I love looking at stocks. I'm just like, whoa! Let's see. Ethan Thomas is like, what are your thoughts about Semi? Oh, we can look at Semi in a sec. Sarah says, sorry, I didn't think it would go that way, but big supporter. Sarah, we don't think you're going anyway. other than straight to the moon and having a brand new tattoo of the AMC logo, which is a lot of red. It's a lot of ink, depending on how large it is. So that is good on you. Okay. All right, it seems like we are set with that congressperson. But I would like to talk to their aides first. Any chance I can talk to the two of you on a brief 5-minute call sometime today prior to the live stream at 3:30 Eastern. 3:30 Eastern tomorrow. Boy, oh boy. Oh, from 5 minutes ago, I have a super from Gadio Russell. Gadio says, "Hi, would you mind going over how GME could go up to 10K, for example, when the mixed squeeze happens? I'm trying to understand how orders will be filled and how hedgies would have to pay for that. Thanks." What am I gonna... Okay, so to explain this really quickly, the reason why 10K is not a meme... Okay, how am I gonna do this? Let me think about this. Because there's not that many people here right now, so I don't mind taking a quick sec, because there's still 20 minutes power hour before things get really crazy. I need to start streaming like earlier, like at like 11 or something. But then that basically means that I should just stream all day. That's the tricky part. Gadiel Russell. Okay, so Gadiel Russell is asking about how a GME can go up to 10K. I would like this on this scene. There we go. Okay, right, whoa! Sorry guys. Right, we're gonna be back to the tickers in just a second. Give me 1 minute to answer his question. Where's that marker? Hey guys, this is a quick 60-second intro. Oh man, it's hard to talk sometimes if I talk too fast. Hey guys, a quick 60-second answer to this question from Gadiel Russell. Hey, would you mind going over how GME could go up to 10K, for example, when the mixed squeeze happens? Him and Professor Meatball are both trying to figure out what is going to happen, how orders will be filled, and how hedgies will have to pay that. So he's likely going to ask about the actual triage of people who are going to pay for the squeeze. So let's start here, right? Number one is going to be the hedgies, right? These are the hedge funds that are short the GME, and this is just a general understanding of who is going to pay, right? They're going to have to pay with all of their stocks. So when the first thing that they're going to do here is sell non GME AMC stocks, right? They're going to have to sell all of their positions, and this is including their positions in your retirement fund, right? And their positions in stocks you like Tesla and Amazon and all the other stocks that you are going to see a major dip in because they have to cover all of their funds. And then they're just going to have to go bankrupt if they cannot cover. But, you know, when a bad guy goes bankrupt, that basically means that they're protected. People are like, oh yay, we're so glad that something went bankrupt. No, it just means that they are now protected from having to give you more money. So then who is going to pay? Well, then their clearinghouses pay. So these guys are the banks of the hedge funds, essentially, being able to put up a lot of money, and their only job is to not bet on stocks one way or another, but to just clear the amount of money that you need in order for each transaction to occur. So these guys have a little bit of money, and they actually form a little bit of a cartel. You can call it like a governing body organization, but it's really a cartel that is also known as the DTCC. Right under here, you have things like the NSCC and other organizations underneath this big umbrella branch. You might know that they are trying to gear up with several rules, like the pieces of Exodia. First, you have the 033, which is the head, and then you have the 004, which is the body. Also, there's a cool analysis of this with Mind Stones here. We have the 005 that just came out as the right hand of justice, and then finally, the most important piece is 801. And that is going to one day come out. Let's find out when. But the DTCC has a $1 trillion insurance policy, that they are going to be able to not want to use on these stupid hedge funds. So if you guys want to find out exactly how the DTCC is getting ready to not pay for the squeeze and just force these other bodies to pay, go check out those videos. But most importantly, the last thing that we have yet to cover is the US government. So this is going to be Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam has bailed out these hedge funds before. They'll bail them out again, but this time they'll be bailing them out directly to you. Those of you who are going to go to the comments and ask the question, oh, if it's going to hurt my retirement fund, then I definitely should sell at a loss right now and pull out before this collapses the entire government and the economy. Remember, the hedge funds did this before. They have been using repurchase agreements. They have been using mortgage-backed securities back then, but now this is basically the exact same story. They're using bad bets and hurting us with their bad bets. So again, all you're doing is holding and buying. So if that sounds like you are going to be on the right side of history when these people are going to be forced to pay for the squeeze. If you like this video, I realize it's not 60 seconds. I'm going to get faster and better at doing this. And the way to help out is by smashing this like button so that we can get more Moon Platoon members to see this video, as well as going through and checking out the other videos on this channel and making sure you don't miss another live stream. We go bell to bell by pressing that subscribe button and that bell button. So another thing that I want you to note is that since this video is already going over, I'm going to have the Thanos. So what was it? So 005 is the Thanos glove. I'm just going to go through this real quick. Perfect. So if you guys are curious about this configuration, right, the DTCC rule 003, 004, 005, and 801, we have a fantastic DD from a user Creon here. This was from over the weekend. Just want to be able to show it to you guys here. Boom. So user Creon says, ever have any doubts? I do all the time. How did you know? Well, the 005 practically confirms all the DD theories that have been posted. DTCC rules are being enforced are the end game. Take a breather real quick, erase any doubt you might have had in your head, and think about over the past 2 months. There have been amazing DD posted about the hiding of shorts and FTD resets. Remember how the DTCC posted 005? This just happened on April Fool's Day, which was a weird flex. Like, yeah, this is not a prank. Maybe a prank to Kenny G, but not a prank to you. So hopefully that was yesterday. More or less confirms the DD. It is cracking down on all the tricks that shorters have been using to manipulate GME and the rest of the market. This rule is basically the start of the clock, since FTDs can no longer be reset, unless, of course, they figure out some other way to do it. Why is the DTCC pushing out all of these very interesting rules all at once? Why did Citadel hire an ex-CFTC chairman as their legal chief? Seems like they are amping up for a cat fight, right? But they are not a cat, neither is Roaring Kitty. They are institutions who have been doing this for a long time, and now they're deciding who is going to pay for all those margaritas that Uncle Melvin has been drinking. It is going to be the hedge funds if the DTCC can pass these rules. So as a reminder, 003, this is a very simple to ape to not read understanding. DTCC knows someone or multiple entities are in something deep and want constant updates, right? This is basically checking in on saying, hey, are you doing something risky? Are you doing something risky? I'm going to be able to check in with you on a more frequent basis from monthly to daily. 004 is DTCC, so those are the Mind Stone and the Reality Stones. 004 is DTCC does not want to take the entire hit when things go south on any member's default. So remember that $1 trillion insurance policy? They don't want to use it. And if it turns out that you have been lying to the DTCC, so now they have brand new clauses that say, hey, this is exactly how we can break down paying for all those margaritas, those risky shorts that you had been messing up with. You're hurting me, and I want to make everyone else aware that if this goes down and some of you are guilty, the innocent ones might have to pay as well. It helps the incentivize the other guys here. So Space and the Soul Stone. And then finally the 005, DTCC wants to stop the entities identified by 003 from continuing to dig a hole. So this is the cyclical FTDs being hidden deep in the money calls. This is essentially saying, no, you can only borrow a short once. And this way you cannot have the cyclicality anymore. And is the time stone. Basically, it's saying time stop. All of this cyclical nonsense, we are not going to allow you to do this anymore. And then finally, The 801 is the authority, the final power, the snap the entities identified by 003 out of existence and get it over with. This is the rule that allows the DTCC to basically say, everything that I have identified, everything, all the policies that I've laid out, this is me going directly to you and saying, it's too risky. You are going to make me lose a lot of money. You're going to make all your friends lose a lot of money. You are out of here. So that's the Power Stone. Notice how 005 will now affect positions reported by 003. They're layering on the regulations one at a time. They work hand in hand because their short positions aren't as hidden and reported as much riskier. What happens when their position from 003 is too risky? Boom, 801 comes into play. Right? So this is why they, a catalyst like share recall or Cohen CEO or anything other than the DTCC enforcing their rules will trigger the mother of all short squeezes. So this was a pretty long way to say that we have a good amount of people waiting in line to pay for the squeeze. And finally, the DTCC does not want to be one of them. And this is how they're going to get off the hook and force the squeezing to happen with 801. Essentially, this is like, you guys, we don't want to chance the fact that you're going to pull all of us off a cliff. We're just going to push you directly off the cliff. So if you guys wanted to support the show, a great way would be using Patreon or clicking that join button next to the subscribe button down below. And thank you guys for your time on this video. If you guys wanted to watch another one is being recommended to you right now. So go ahead and continue watching. Help out the show by smashing that like button, and we will see you in the money. Peace. It was a little longer than I thought, so apologies, but we still have 17 minutes left of Power Hour. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna include this Thanos DTCC analogy. This happening. Annabelle Pickering, thank you for joining as a Mo Monkey tier of the members. Thank you so much. Can Meatball have another treat? Heck yeah, Annabelle. There you go. I should do this more often. Anytime we have a new member, Meatball's getting a treat. Starting to forget my own habits. Oh, so the AMC CEO. Oh boy. Okay, one sec. That's happening right now. So, here we go. What is gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Once again, big shout out to Ralph Castaneda. I am not able to see these without his help. Oh, that's the wrong one. Actually, that's fine. What are all these other overlays here? Okay, there. Okay, the AMC CEO goes around everywhere, talks so often, and we like him for that, but I would just wonder, out of these two CEOs, why does the GME one never talk? Well, if you guys are wondering what's going to happen, this is 20 seconds away from live, so this is as live as it gets. Ready? Here we go.
Adam, okay, take your victory lap, but I need to know, are the forward? Here in a Fox Business exclusive, we're joined by AMC CEO Adam Aron.
And I know that sound is bad, so let me try it again. Make it a little louder.
Fox Business exclusive, we're joined by AMC CEO Adam Aron. Adam, okay, take your victory lap, but I need to know, are those numbers, do you have any updated numbers on Godzilla versus Kong? Is there anything more that you can give us on that?
Well, I sure can, Liz, and first of all, hello, of course. As we know, Godzilla versus Kong is a movie about apes, and AMC has been a meme stock since January, and the Reddit crowd has tracked this pretty closely. And apparently, apes are a really good omen in the world of meme stock. So there we go. Maybe we were always destined for this to be our first big movie. In fact, if you look at our opening performance from Wednesday to Sunday, when Godzilla versus Kong opened Wednesday of last week, our business at AMC was 5 times quintuple what we've done in all the weekends before that in Q1. And we take that as a very good sign. We think that's a combination of new movie titles coming out and vaccinations And let us not underestimate how vaccination is changing the psyche of American consumers. 4 million were done the other day, in a day. And people are rushing to get vaccinated. That's good news for us all.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if you saw this, but just a couple of hours ago, Dr. Fauci was telling Politico in a podcast, quote, "We may be able to go to movie theaters by the end of the year." What would you say about maskless movie going at the end of the year, maybe November, December?
We might be able to what?
Well, obviously, we're so excited when we can lift capacity caps, when we can take masks off. But AMC is the single highest priority of our company, has made sure that safely going to theaters is our single biggest priority. We put in a whole array of safety protocols advised by both the Clorox Company and Harvard University's prestigious School of Public Health. So we're playing it cautious. We're keeping our 50% capacity caps in place. We're keeping mask wearing for now. And we're going to run our theaters this summer with the tightest safety standards we can. But think about this. More than 10 million people have come to AMC theaters in the last many months. We've not heard of even one documented case of COVID-19 being transmitted in our theaters. That's very good news that our safety protocols are working, and we're going to continue them throughout the summer.
I want to get to Disney. Disney, of course, wants to simultaneous release The Black Widow, streaming on Disney Plus and in theaters.
Yes.
You have to tell me where you stand on that, because the success of Godzilla versus Kong shows that just because it was released on streaming didn't hurt box office, although I guess that's sort of a counterfactual. We would never know because it was released on streaming. I watched it on streaming. It's a mistake. I should have gone to IMAX because, I want to see the gigantic lizard. Don't ignore Godzilla, Adam. That annoyed me. I'm a Godzilla fan versus, Kong.
Godzilla girl!
Tell me what the status is with the Black Widow and you at AMC.
Well, going back to Reddit, I'm more a fan of apes than I am of lizards, for what it's worth. But look, everybody has been feeling their way as to how to get through this pandemic. And, studios and theaters have been talking about COVID rules apply. People are experimenting. But I'm not at all worried about where we are with Disney. We've been partners with Disney for decades and decades. We're going to be partners with Disney for decades and decades to come. And if you look at what's happened with other studios that experimented so far, Universal was a big advocate for this simultaneous release on the same day at home that movies hit theaters. They abandoned that concept. Warner, with a big fanfare, announced in December they were going to do it for all their movies in 2021. They found out it was not as good. They've already abandoned that concept. They've already morphed that all their movies in 2022 will hit theaters for a month and a half, at least, before they hit the home. I'm sure, I can't say I'm sure, we're in discussions, but I have every expectation that we'll find a happy middle ground with Disney that's good for Disney shareholders and good for AMC shareholders too.
Well, what's happening today is good for AMC shareholders. Your stock is up 14.6% as we speak. Adam, thank you very much. But no, I'm full on Godzilla. You can be Kong. I'm not going to spoil it for people, but the lizard is my side. Because, Liz, hello.
Oh.
Adam, great to see you. Adam Aaron of AMC. Yeah, sure.
Can I say one quick thing before we go? When I look back over this pandemic, the thing that I'm most proud of is that AMC survived. There were a lot of people who wrote our company off. We raised almost $4 billion in debt, equity, and concessions from lenders and theater landlords. And we've asked our shareholders to approve up to another 500 million shares. Not that we'll use any amount like that anytime soon. But we're going to make sure, AMC was a very successful company for 100 years. We're going to make sure that AMC Theaters is around and is a very successful company for the next 100 years too.
Okay, so 100 years, let's see exactly what we are dealing with. AMC is up a ridiculous amount, just a purely ridiculous amount right here. Let me see if I can get this up here. Okay, so you guys know that AMC was up 19% earlier today. It had a high of $11.25, and this was due to a B. Riley analyst turning bullish, right? That there was a great weekend for Gorilla Girls like Liz and Kong boys like AMC CEO. There's a word I want to say, but I can't. And this is one of the things that you guys have to understand is that the AMC CEO basically backtracked on everything he just had gone on before on CNBC and was like, yeah, there's gonna be 500 million shares, and then he was like, oh, I can't forget to say apes. I can't forget to say apes, number one, and then number two, I can't forget to say that the 500 million shares is something that he's not planning on doing anytime soon. Right? May the 4th is the vote. So the vote hasn't even happened yet. And then they will decide on whether or not they can execute those that idea. But he just told everybody out there that he is not planning on touching that agreement at all. That's something he should have said earlier before AMC took a tumble. People probably got mad at him for that. He's really trying to get back on our good sides, calling out for the apes, calling out for the memes. Honestly, it sounds like he's learned a ton. So good on you, Adam, Aaron. Once again, I already covered this analysis and a little bit of the price action for AMC in a previous video, so go check that out. However, AMC is in a bullish position. It's 15% up on the day. It was already tracking up higher than the level of resistance that I have mapped out here, 1116. Does that mean that the resistance is now higher? Or does that mean that AMC almost saw the potential to be able to break completely through and upwards to 12 or whatever next resistance that we have here? If you guys want to find out, the easiest way is to, let me turn off all of these other things. The easiest way is to make sure that you have already started investing in yourself by pressing that subscribe and that notification bell, right? We are on the journey to 100,000 subscribers because I want to continue providing great analysis, great explanations, and great newsworthy reports for you guys. And so if you thought that this breakdown of whatever Adam Aaron just said, whatever that interview just was worthy of a subscribe, I really appreciate it. And of course, pressing that like button sends Mr. Adam Aaron out to more Moon Platoon members. The YouTube algorithm will remember this. And for now, but not for forever, thanks to those of you who make this show possible, and we will see you in the money. Wowee. Okay, GME having a last second push. So let's take a look here. Taking a last second push on GME side. We saw a breakout from 182. It is up $3. Small push, but we take those pushes. I think I owe a thank you to Justin Johnston for a super. Music Hunter says, Andrew, my bad, not Anderson. LMAO, that typo. Thank you for that super. Dave Johnson says, what are your thoughts on Mara? We can look at Mara in just a second. And I think Music Hunter says, I have 3-day strike trades. I can't sell. Am I able to tomorrow's scene? I can't sell it today. Can you tell me when was your first trade? Because it's a rolling window. So that is what it depends on. It's a rolling window of how many times you can trade. You can always turn on pattern day trading, and that just bumps you up to a different kind of trading status. Let's see. But yeah, apish. She's really a gorilla girl. Lizard. Really just, she's digging in. Honestly, that sounded like a parody of whatever sounded like someone wanted to make Adam Aaron and the Godzilla girl, a parody, and that's what actually happened. Ridiculous. Bull. Let's see. So Sam says bot some more. Heck yeah. Oh man, so only 5 minutes left on the day. That was pretty ridiculous. That was kind of crazy. Honestly, it felt kind of surreal. All they said were memes, essentially, and like the movie, it's doing so well. Don't you like Godzilla? As a reminder, though, this movie did perform $1 million better than the predecessor from 2019. And remember that theaters are not open to 100% capacity. So with less than 100% capacity, they have been able to outcompete 2019. That's insanity. That's truly insanity. Jacob Stevenson. All right, people. First thing you do is sub. Next thing you do is add $100 to WeBull. You don't even have to fund your WeBull account. Just open it for free using the link in my description, and then you can have one free stock, and then you just use it. You don't even have to. Trade on WeBull. I think it's a really great app for technical indicators, and that's how I use it. Let's see. Oh man, Chris Rakes says 100,000 subs and he's gonna get $1,000 more AMC. Chris, oh, you are a shining star. Thank you so much. Let's get Chris right up here. Chris is number 1 now. Thank you, Chris. It supports the show. I appreciate it. Just giving, I'm like a proud teacher. I'm just pinning some of the comments that I really like on the on my left and right. You know what it is. Man, 666th like. Uh-oh, Anthony Cantu. Y'all better like this video. You know, it's 666. You gotta go. Otherwise, it's really scary to stay up there. But as a reminder, I am gonna pull a crack of the Glenn Fittich if we get up to 1,000 likes on this video right here. Come on. Let's see. AMC did not like Adam Aaron coming on that interview. I was like, ooh, not sure about it. Fell 30 cents, but that's okay. It had a period of consolidation after passing through the VWAP. Now it has reversed back to the VWAP. Doesn't even seem like it was based on that interview, although that interview might not have helped. Honestly thought that interview was pretty bullish because he went back and said 500 million shares not happening. 500 million shares not anytime soon, right? Soon is the operative word here. Let's see. Meatball is sleeping. Yeah, he sleeps. He big sleep right now. Watch GME go burr. GME is went burr, pushed through the 184, is going to end the day red, but is still a pretty good day for GME, honestly. Oh, hey, Music Hunter says, I traded on Thursday and found out I had done 3-day trades and I made an accidental buy on the stock on AMC. Say I can sell same day I bought some, I guess. Music Hunter, I think in that sense you have a rolling 5-day window. So that's Thursday, Friday, Monday. You can buy again when that last one expires. Let's see. Lee Halt Allcast says, remember in The Big Short when the housing mortgages started to fail, the bonds actually rose in price because of market manipulation. That lasted for a few months until it finally crashed. We can even see this in other short squeezes, right? Wynn Resorts, Volkswagen. There's a ton of that type of pattern. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen here. But as a reminder, that's what we are continuing to send the message out. Learn something. Financial education here. Gosu says, like, support, subscribe, help promote the content for the algorithm. Gotta find like-minded apes. Gosu, he speaks the truth, though. Gosu speaks the truth, though. So 1 more minute left. AMC has dipped below its VWAP. Oh, nope, it's returning to it. Just kidding. At its last minute, AMC had dipped 10 cents underneath its VWAP. It actually does come back and meet it again. That's just how good the volumetric weighted average price is at indicating the correct price, the true price for the stock itself. It's just hovering right around 1060. I mean, it's a pretty positive day. 13% up on the day is not 19%, but it's double digits, and that is a gold star in my book. I think the day is over. Here's that bell. You guys ready? 1, a 2. You know what to do. AMC closing the day green at 13.46% up at $10.62 after hitting a high of $11.25. Now that's not too shabby. Over here on GameStop, 186.13. That's only down 2% after it dropped $40 pre-market. I think it deserves a little bit of slack. It did very well as well. A high of 195, which would put it green for the day, but it did close red. That said, after hours is another pickle altogether. Ladies and gentlemen, give some scissors in the chat. Thank you for another day at the world's largest gambling casino. Music Hunter says, no, I mean, can I sell the stock I accidentally bought tomorrow? Seeing that they can't sell a stock I bought today. I'm not 100% sure about your situation. So unfortunately, that's bordering on financial advice. And I can only tell you roughly what to expect. So big thumbs up from me, but unfortunately, I'm not sure if I can help you out a little bit more. CEMI, you're on deck. We can do a couple more tickers as we shuffle into after hours and build up a little bit of the DD you should be researching yourself this week. We can actually even start on the second part of the technical analysis if once again, you guys got to get me up to 1,000 likes in order for me to pull this Glenn footage, and then I'll have the strength, the courage to be able to tell you guys about technical analysis. Okay, I'm going to go take a quick bathroom break. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to focus the camera up on Meatball so you guys know that I'm not done here. Look at Meatball. So cute. So look at Meatball for about 30 seconds, and I'm going to be right back. Meatball, you stay there, okay? You stay right there. Don't move. Don't move. Stay right there. Thanks, Meatball, for taking over the show. He's like, am I really done? That was easy. I'll do it again sometime. Okay, so. Alright, so let me see. Guardian Angel says, swear, these days watching Andrew and attending classes are like attending classes when you're too engaged to be bored, and we get an awesome mascot. Heck yeah. So let's see, let me read what you guys are asking here. Nice couch. No, I appreciate it. Let's see. Meatball is the moderator of our super stock. That would be pretty cool, though. Meatball, would you like to be modded? Mods, get at Meatball. He would like to be modded for subreddit super stonk here. Okay, so we are back at these stonks. Had a pretty strong bullish day today. We're likely going to have a Tobit tomorrow. Let's see. Has he responded? No, but I think he's not on Reddit right here, so I'm gonna contact him through text. Hey, he sent you a Discord whenever. No rush, check whenever. What kind of schedule do I have today? Uh-oh, airdrop sync. So we saw the AMC CEO live stream here. I am going to say that this is 100 more likes until that Glenn footage gets popped. Rosa Deza, happy Monday. Hope Meatball's feeling better and you had a great Easter weekend. When you get a moment, my Twitter is Rosa Deza. Oh, I got you. Let's go check my Twitter right now, actually. Aww, look at this. Apollo and Lucy, so sweet. How do I interact with this post? Retweet.
No.
No? Okay. Let's see. Moon Gang. What's up, Duck Gang? How's it going? Come on in. If you're from the Duck Gang, what happened over on the Duck Gang today? Because in the beginning of that stream, all there was a chair for the longest time. Ooh, I hope everyone had a nice weekend, by the way. I had a chance to rewind, relax. Oh, my back. At what age did I realize I liked numbers and money? Well, I would like to divulge with you that I am one of the only people that I know that has an 800 on his SAT 2 math score, as well as an 800 on his regular SAT math score. Now, reading and comprehension, not super great. I mean, English is not my first language, but yeah, the math has been my big favorite for a long time, and then it just went along with it, you know. I just love how the world makes sense when math comes. Let's see if we can see a couple more of these updates here. Migrating from our GME to our super stonk. Look at these. Look at these apes. We ain't leaving. So I know a bunch of you had said that Roaring Kitty had a bunch of tweets today, so let's just go in through them one at a time. Here's a gift from the Matrix where Neo and Trinity are entering the elevator to go up. And then this is someone smiling. I don't watch wrestling, so let someone tell me who this is. And then cats do not abide the laws of nature. I think this is Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which means I'm going to get copyrighted if I stay there for more than 3 seconds. This is the evolution of dance, where the man just falls over a couple of times. And then, gosh, Roaring Kitty is just non-stop these days. Here's some football. Poker face. Wow, he's just going. Roomba with a cat, and the cat turns the Roomba the other way. Now, that's one of my favorite memes. And then some basketball. Okay, we're gonna go back to stonks in just a second, guys. So then we have this. I'm just trying to click. I'm just trying to get copyrighted right now. We have Key and Peele, and then cats. I think the general idea is that he is full on. I think he's just full on meme mode right now. So if anybody has any ideas of what the general theme of these GIFs are, let us know. Let's see. Why did GME dip pre-market? It's because of this. So Remco, that's your answer. This is not as bad as it sounds, which is the company would like the option to be able to sell 3.5 million shares, and it's just the option, and then a lot of people realized, oh shoot, we just got the same shenanigan, like misinterpretation. I feel like this is going to be a trend. Unfortunately, yeah, I think I should clip a video about this topic because unfortunately this is a trend of people not understanding exactly what is happening with the AMC stock and then the GME stock, and then having a lot of beginner investors essentially get really afraid and say, "Oh, what does this mean?" And then it kind of rolls into a big bundle. Like you think it couldn't happen to GME, and then it does, because it happened to AMC last week when the CEO talked. Yeah, that's kind of messed up. Christine says, hey Andrew, much respect to your honesty and your goals to improve, update, and change for the channel as it continues to grow. I admire the effort and commitment. Heck yeah, if you guys don't know what Christine is talking about, go check out that video. Seriously, it's the one that says Moon Platoon, we have to talk. I've just been belaboring and trying to figure out exactly what to make of this video, and what the title should be, and how to get basically every single person on this channel to watch that video. So if you haven't watched a single video on this channel, you do have to watch that one. You are legally, contractually obligated to watch it. Let's see. And actually, you know what? I'm going to go out to customization, and I'm going to make it, I'm going to pin it for the video that everyone should watch. It's going to be there for a week. So it's going to be Moon Platoon, We Need to Talk, and that's going to be the video that all of you need to watch at least once. Hold on. Tom R says, I placed orders at GME at 170 down to $100. What is your take on actually reaching these levels again? Limit orders are bad, just generally. So not likely in the near future, at the very least. Please look at user Akasuraki R Rabbit. He said that he knew your channel would grow this year and even lists time frames. What? That's a little creepy. Who am I to judge? I love Nostradamus. Oh, first thing that you get is his deviant art. Or maybe this is just a thing. Hold on. Reddit. Okay. Oh, I can't find an Akatsuki R Rabbit. Oh. I can't search it at all. Oh. Okay, well, mods, can you please find Akatsuki R Rabbit and send it to me, please? Limit orders are bad because they kick you out of your positions. And if you normally, when people get in on the limit orders, they have a limited understanding. Get it? They have a limited understanding of the markets themselves, right? So in the very beginning, if you're a busy person and you just want to be able to, like, if you're a busy person, you shouldn't be day trading, period. Like, you should have time to put in for the research and to actually understand how to scalp these correctly. So in that sense, limit orders are mainly for day traders. If you're here to buy and hold and grow your investments, you shouldn't have a limit order. You should do the research and then focus on the stock, watch it, and then buy in whenever you have officially realized that this is a good time to buy in after doing the research. Oh, I got my 1K likes. What kind of glass do I have here? Well, I have this, so I'm going to chug this water. Water. Oh, that water was spicy. All right, a toast to friends long. This is the weirdest shot I've ever had. A toast to friends new and old. Until we get 25,000 more subscribers, I'm going to tell you right now that we're going to build on every single aspect of the channel that you've known and loved here. Right? Until we reach that goal of by the end of April, 25,000 more subscribers, we will not rest until you have not only the goals, not only what you need to understand to do research for GME, for AMC, and for these once-in-a-lifetime opportunities, but ultimately leading up to the comprehensive financial understanding of how to achieve financial literacy and financial freedom. This is a promise from yours truly, Andrew Mo Money. Let me turn this around. This is a Second City mug in case you're from Chicago, but bottoms up. That was weird. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Mighty Brows. Oh, man. I do like VWAP. I think I like MACD a little bit better. But VWAP by itself is really, really good. So I'm gonna go and look at Akusuki Rabbit here. When did he look at me? Mods, can you actually go look for the post in question from Akatsuki Rabbit? Oh. $1K gang. I will tell everyone how I trade if Andrew gets me on the show, says James Allison. Ooh, now that would be cool. Actually, this is a great time to cover the Andrew Mo goals. So a bunch of you have been sending me your goals. Okay, so some of these goals are not goals. Some of these goals are not quite the same, like, goals. So let's see. Akatsuki, thank you. Smoking or Joking says, hey, so AMC and GME both want shares increase. Can the companies use these as catalysts during the squeeze? No. Let's talk about how this is. Let's talk about how this could be bad. There goes all the work that I just did. Okay, let's go make a whole video about why did GME dip pre-market. Lisa Clark, I wasn't typing, and this is something important to note. That's why I was holding my hands up, because it was, and he wasn't typing either. It was just that he had a bad microphone. Just to help you understand. I'm not going to be typing during someone else's like conversation with the mechanical keyboard. Like, this is what the mechanical keyboard sounds like. Let me type a quick sentence. This is a quick sentence if I were typing loudly. There's this absolute, what's it called? Like exodus from our GME right now. It's crazy. Pencil was removed. Bullish. Oh, they put back his post in RGME. It's put back. Interesting. This is very cool. They put his post back. I think there's just a misunderstanding, in my opinion. Don't attack Lisa, guys. What's Benny saying? Okay, so let's finish this video and then we can all go. Let's finish the video about why the dip happened. This is the question that we have to answer. Why did that sneaky little dip happen? Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to reveal this screen. Why is the screen so ugly? There we go. I like to think I'm wearing GameStop colors today. Okay, Meatball, come on. Hi. Hi. So, this offering is nothing new. That's what they say. and we have GME selling 3.5 million. This is the good, sensible play here. This is our super stock now. So now I need to go find that AMC 500 mil. Actually, that AMC announcement get any traction? Five minutes ago, Adam Aaron confirms he is an ape. Adam Aaron calls himself an ape. The only thing that really matters is that he talks about the 500 million dilution here. Ah, jeez. Okay, actually, you know what I'm saying? This is a good sensible play. I don't even actually refer to any of these because these DDs aren't actually like showing anything right now. So this is a good sensible play here. Offering is not new. They had an old agreement to potentially sell 6 million shares. This agreement expired and now they're renewing it. HODL. I don't think so. Do they have a renew? No. This announcement doesn't talk about renewing at all. Okay, that seems... I don't want to spread like opposite FUD. That's not great. Okay, here we go. Oh, you know what? There was that DD about 50 million shares earlier. Oh yeah, here. So this guy is the guy that actually understands anxiety on film. He was actually on this the live stream showing off his Too Long Didn't Read before. So this is his DD here. Addressing dilution again. I know you're tired of hearing it. So annoying that he did not get any more traction on this post. It's actually ridiculous. Look at this. This post has 28 upvotes. That's crazy. But the Too Long Didn't Read is the most important part, so I'm actually going to zoom in here. Okay. So let's do this real quick. May the 4th, right? I just want to make sure that it's actually May the 4th. When is the date of the stock vote? Oh, killing me here. Okay. Actually, I want to show WeBull real quick. How do I get that tiny WeBull on here? Okay, tiny WeBull, one chart. One chart, GME. Yikes. Is this the after hours? This is GM every time. WeBull, I'm so tired of you. Okay, so here we go. Stay, don't move. Moon Platoon, Meatball, and I are here to give you guys the facts about why did GME dip 50 to 40 to 50. Okay, let me try again. Okay, let me just make sure that you guys had, yeah, get me a new, people are like, yeah, new chair. Please, please. My chair would get beat up by Matt's chair, 100%. 100% would get beat up.
Chair violence.
Chair violence, guys. Chairs don't fight chairs. Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Welcome to the Moon Platoon, the Mo Money Show, and I am your host, Andrew, and we're going to explain exactly what happened today. Let me pull up a little chart here called WeBull. Now, WeBull gives you 2 free stocks for clicking the description link down below that says quit Robinhood and get WeBull while you can. That's not the most important part. The most important part is that this allows us to have some technical indicators to actually provide us a little bit of context of why was there a $40 dip earlier in pre-market, right? We saw around, what is it, 6 a.m. Eastern, that during pre-market we had a dip on GameStop reaching a peak at 195, getting rejected by this level of resistance at 196, and then dropping down to 155, where luckily it was caught. Now, normally when these happen, you're like, is this a correction, right? Where this is meant to be? Is this the actual value of GameStop, or did something happen? And just a few hours later, you would have answered your question at 11:34, just 4.5 hours after the dip. You will have seen that GameStop returns and recontests 195. So yeah, as IV volatility has been dropping, we see this pretty strange action going on. I'm hopefully here to be able to explain what happened. So first things first, the only thing you need to do for this video is to like it and hit that subscribe and bell notification button so you don't miss out on live streams where I do this with you together. And that's the most important part of investing in yourself, starting on your journey to financial freedom and with a little bit of financial wisdom along with it. So I'm going to turn this off, and then I'm going to turn on this. News release. Company can sell up to 3.5 million shares and intends to use any proceeds to further accelerate transformation and strengthen balance sheet. Okay, this sounds okay, right? It sounds a little bit bearish because they do want the opportunity to sell up to 3.5 million shares. And this is where people might have been scared. They're thinking, okay, the company wants to cash in on the whatever's happening with GameStop. They want to be able to sell 3.5 million shares because, once again, they are a company that's being publicly traded and they don't get much of the money that you are trading to someone else, right? They essentially, it's not an NFT. They don't get to have They don't get to have a piece of the trade each time it trades hands. So right now, there are millions of shares currently in the float, and they just circulate around back and forth. However, GameStop wants to add 3.5 million shares to to give themselves a little bit of the proceeds. So this is an important piece to understand. Why would they do this? Well, if they're expecting there to be a squeeze, as a reminder, there are us, right? We can call ourselves retail investors or apes, but this is the retail sector right here. So us, we have a certain number of the shares, right? Some of the reports that we've seen that we have over 100% of the available floats. So that is currently one of the DDs that have been floating around. We've done this calculation already, right? But we have somewhere on a high percentage of the amount of shares available. This is because a lot of these shares are shorted to us, and some of them recursive, some of them naked. So we do have a lot of the shares that currently exist to be possible to have. Now, when we have almost 100% of the float and the short squeeze begins, the steps that it takes is there's some sort of catalyst, either a margin call squeeze, a mix squeeze here, right, or a gamma squeeze. So this is choose your fighter, this one or this one. Which one do you think is going to be more likely? Either way, this will get us to a short squeeze where we are looking, or the MOAS, the mother of all short squeezes, right? And this is going to be able to allow us to turn those tendies in. Now, when this happens, the price of the stock goes up because there's coerced buying. They need to buy it from this population of people. And they are saying, okay, we would like to be able to buy it from this population, and this is the only population of people, minus the institutions and insiders, that exist. So they will have to buy it from us, and then we get to control what the price is. However, if GME goes in and says we would like the right to sell 3.5 million shares, there is just now a brand new little circle, hypothetically, in people's brains, so this does not exist yet, right? Of another 3.5 million shares that could exist. And now, when the mother of all short squeezes happen, they could either take it from us, or if GME exercises, they could take it from them. That is why this was bearish news. However, GME is just wanting to take in that opportunity, because if the squeeze happens, they would like some of that money, right? It's not going to benefit them very much at the end of the day. At this question that you guys should be asking here is, some people think that this is fine, right? We care about GME, but there are three camps of people that actually are in play here. People who, let's say that there's three groups of apes here. Venn diagrams, right? There are people who like GME only, right? The people who actually only care about GME in this particular situation. We have people who care about, I'm going to call it Occupy Wall Street 2. So this is people who want to make a statement, right? That this is enough. We are exposing the lies, exposing the manipulation. And then we have people who are just in it for the money. This is the most important piece, right? Is that a lot of people, everybody basically likes money. So this is a big piece of the pie. A lot of retail investors are here to get money. But if you only care about money and not any of these other two, then you're a paper hand, essentially, right? There's a small portion of these people who only will take profits on the squeeze, but a good portion of these are paper hands. So that's why we need to get scissors in the chat for them. Can I draw some scissors? That's not bad. Scissors in the chat for these paper hands here. Now the other side are people who just want a statement. They don't care about whether or not it's GME or AMC that gets this statement done. However, in that case, then this is bad news for these guys and these guys too. Because the people that want GME to succeed and want them to take profits on the way up on the squeeze, these are the only ones that are gaining anything out of this news. These two groups down here, this group not caring if it's GME or any other stock, right? They like the stock, but just because it stands for something. And these people, they like the stock too, but just because they can make a certain amount of money. So currently this news only benefits this group of people up here. Finally, so that's a consideration to make sure that you understand. Finally, you might actually realize that this, I mentioned in the beginning, had a major reversal pretty quickly. So let's look at this again. We had a reversal of essentially exactly back to where it was before, right afterward. And this is not looking like a double top. This doesn't have the mannerisms of any kind of pattern we've seen before. This is likely a miscalculation, a massive flash sale where people can jump in on the discount because the people that actually understand the value of GameStop after this news, these are the people that continue to buy back in. So this returns back with to AMC actually. As you guys thought, likely none of you are here to look at AMC, but AMC also saw a resurgence. We just had to see it on a larger scale, right? AMC was trending at around this $10 mark for a couple of days, and then it had that dip. Oh, you guys can't see that. One sec. AMC was trading at the $10 mark for a couple of days, basically just having the lowest IV possible, just no volatility, no volume whatsoever, and then all of a sudden, that telltale dip down into an overcorrection and then back to where it normally was trading at $10. AMC is now over $10 again. Does this seem familiar? This is the point at which Adam Aron came on CNBC and said that there was only 500 million shares to putting out. And these 500 million shares, again, is just the option. So AMC is now in this story. It's just the option for them to be able to issue 500 million shares. So this is essentially the exact same situation. Everyone who is looking at AMC and saying, oh, it's dead in the water, it is essentially looking at the story of, do you understand dilution at all? Do you understand the concept behind it? And do you understand that it was just the option? And now that Adam Aron has actually gone on Fox News today and said that he does not plan on exercising this dilution anytime soon, the story is starting to change. Also, AMC has had a major weekend after Godzilla versus Kong. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, don't you want to know who wins? Godzilla or Kong? Don't you? Godzilla girls, drop some comments down below, and Kong cooks, you guys can tell me what you think of the movie as well. But the main point is here. We have a large population of people that are novice investors. And they right now are going to follow the crowd. When it comes to these dilution questions, we are wondering if we can trust these people to stay level-minded. Because as of right now, for GME and AMC, both of these stories follow the exact same pattern, the exact same timeline, just AMC is a little more lagged because the CEO had to come back in and tell that story again. So he had to make it clear, right? I am not planning on using this, I just like the option to do it. And that, again, is scaring novice investors, where normal, so there are two other kinds of people down here. We have apes, and I'm assuming the proportions are correct, that these are apes of people who are buying and holding, and they're not going to stop at any cause, even if the information is good or bad. And then we have experienced investors here who are currently on the same team as apes, seeing the dip, seeing that it was caused by a lot of panic selling and not actually anything of substance, and both of these guys are hodling, or maybe buying the dip. right? If there is going to be some actual cause for concern, the novice investors will know, and it will trickle down to every single one of these, but it's not going to see a reversal, which was what we saw earlier with both AMC, which had a delayed reaction, and GME, which is just a little bit tighter on the timeline. Where AMC took a couple of days to go through, GME went through in a couple of hours. So again, these are the questions that you have to lay out right here. I have a couple of thoughts of my own, but this is the end of this video for you guys to be able to fully understand what is the difference between the option to dilute, to issue more shares, and to sell more shares, and how the current players in the game are taking information in different ways, right? I hope this video was of some help to you. I hope that you got a little enlightened and now understand where in those Venn diagrams and those boxes that I draw you actually belong. If this video helped you out, you can help me out with completely free 1-second action of clicking that like button and clicking that subscribe button so that we can jump over to 70 to 100,000 subscribers along with you. I'm hoping to be able to do more of these whiteboarding sessions to be able to fully explain the stakes and the psychology behind the stock market. And this is where you can start your financial journey with me, Andrew, Mo Money, and Professor Meatball sleeping over there. Again, if you guys want to support the show, get your 2 free stocks down below with the WeBull link, or get $250 of free Bitcoin by using one of my favorite cryptocurrency brokers that also allows you to have 8.6% as a savings account. That's pretty awesome in my opinion. For now, but not for forever, look at these people. I'm going to update this list today, so if you guys have not yet pressed that join button or press the Patreon link down below, it's a good way to be able to join these guys on this end screen for every single one of these videos, and I will see you in the money. Boy, oh boy, I think that video was really good. If I do say so myself. See, that's why I needed to get a little bit of Glenfiddich inside me. Otherwise, there was no chance I could be that lucid all the way through. Let's see. Devil Spawn says, happy Monday. Hope it was a good day today. Had to work, so no DD learning from me. That's okay, Devil Spawn. Glad you're here. Deborah Parsons. Thank you for that. That means so much. I appreciate it. James Allison. Sorry, I missed a couple of your comments, but if you wanted to talk, let me know about what. What kind of topic are we talking about? I can never trust these emails from Czechoslovakia. They end with like .cz, the Czech Republic, and I'm just like, why do you want me to open all these like downloads and these attachments? Like, it's sketchy as heck. Yeah, that video was honestly one of the better ones. And then now I just have to, half of the video is creating it, and the other half, the more important half, is to actually understand like how to pitch it. So I think that is the disconnect that people think of, like when I think of the way to pitch the video with the thumbnail and the title, the end result is something that could be mismatched, but is never clickbait. Like, I don't intend on telling you something in the title or the thumbnail that tries and misleads you into saying something that is not in the content of the video, right? So that is the main prerogative of this channel. And now that we're moving away from DDs of other people's work and moving towards more whiteboarding and understanding the situation from my point of view, it's going to be a little bit harder to actually to say, you know, this is a definitive blah, blah, blah. Even though I have more control over the material, it's going to be more difficult to say another SI percentage increase or from someone else's DD, because this is, again, I'm not as bullish. I'm much more conservative as other DD writers. So that's why I'm objectively going to have more trouble like finding sensationalist news, which is the better thing, a better way to keep it actually. So you guys are here to listen to a level-headed math lover here. Simple Chris says, what happens if a stock goes to $0 and you have a put contract? There's two different ways. Actually, I don't want to speak too much about this, but in my understanding, that only happens like when a stock is bankrupt. I definitely could be wrong, but in the sense that if it goes to $0 and the stocks don't exist anymore, then you can't sell them, and your contract expires worthless because you can't sell them. However, if that is the difference between a short and a put in that sense, is that a short is a promise to someone else, a promise from someone else that you can sell a stock at a certain price, but the stock has to exist. And a short is you selling the stock early, and then if it doesn't exist anymore, that's no biggie because your obligation also disappears. Hello. Dan Ward says, please shout out to my girlfriend, Leah. She loves you. Leah, what's going on? Dan, he's a cool guy. I hope you and Dan had a nice Easter. Jillian Marchioli, louder for the chimps, please. Jillian Marchioli says, please don't feel the need to change for the haters. Please, for the love of all things. I'm not changing. I'm bettering myself. Right, Andrew Mo goals. That's the thing that I want to make sure that you guys understand here. We are also looking at the goals that some of you are already placing here. So let's see. So as a reminder, there is a community page on this channel that allows you to vote on things. So I'm going to put out another poll right now. And what's going to happen with the Andrew Mo goals is that I'm going to take your responses. They can only be 65 characters because I'm going to take them, the ones that are PC, right? The ones that seem like real goals. And then I'm going to put them in a poll. And you guys vote on which one you'd like to see for this week. And then winners, there's going to be... So I don't know how many winners, but the winners from the previous week will go on to face off for the next week. Like I don't know how many winners I'm gonna pick. Maybe like somewhere between 3 and 5. But we essentially if you don't get to see your goal up here for this month, we would like to see you for the next month at the very least. So this is the first one, launching a product, an innovative DIY computer mouse. Right? If you guys want to fill out that Google form down below, you could have a chance to come on the show and tell us about your goals. So vote on the goals of your Mo Monkey brethren. And what's the female version of brethren? Is there one? Sisterin?
Why does it have to be brothers and sisters? I
guess. So Mo Monkey community. Of your fellow Mo Monkeys. There we go.
What about fellow
winner?
Mo Monkeys?
No, winner will come on the show.
What's wrong with being funky?
So if you guys have a goal, pitch it down into the Google form, and I'm gonna do this first one live with you guys. First come, first serve. I saw a couple of goals from some of you, but they were like, learn this concept, which is good, but I'm not sure how many goals they're going to be here. And I'm imagining they're more like, they're slightly different than that. Let's see, there's a brand new one here. More about stocks and economics, have a better understanding of the market. Those are good goals, honestly. Really new to the stock market, would like to learn Mo. Learn Mo, that's good. Long-term dividends investor with a blah, blah, blah. Learn to day trade with a 5% average daily gain using longs. That's pretty dope. Pretty specific. Build an account to a point where I can help my wife with bills again and prepare for our future. That's any emotional goal is probably going to be pretty good. Complete my final semesters with A's. Now that's a really good one. Sorry, we're going to go back to stocks in just a second. AI trading. Okay, that's not going to happen at the end of the month. Have a better understanding. Overall 10% net increase each month. Now that's pretty cool. Ooh, sell NFTs in an auction. Okay, that's pretty cool. So that's our first 5. Okay, next, let me see this. Launching a product, innovative DIY computer mouse. Learn to day trade with a 5% average daily gain using longs. That one's a little bit specific. Oh, this one's a store manager from a GameStop. Oh, that one's really good. Put a down payment. GME store manager. I think that's gonna help boost this person a lot. Okay. I'm gonna do only 25 of these a week. I think that's already a lot. It's a lot, but it's 5 days worth, so I'm gonna put out one a day. Oh, I missed a couple of supers, I think. One sec. Excuse me, ma. Where is that super here? Sorry, I missed it. Oh, Joey Werner just says thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, Ethan Thomas, I know you've been asking for a while, so I'm going to do CEMI just right after this. And now, here we go. So we have these 5 options here. Vote on the goals of your fellow Mo Monkeys. So I'm going to do this as like 1 of 5. 1 of 5. Boom. Okay, go vote. Vote on the goals of your fellow Mo Monkeys. Winner will come on the show. I don't know how long I can sustain this because it does take a lot of work. So ultimately, I'm just trying to put some fuel and gasoline in the tank right now. So let's do CEMI for Ethan. Chem Bio. And then Farima says, talk about more CCIV. Okay, sure. Oh. Aw, that's nice. Okay, I'm gonna do one more poll for you guys.
It's like a nice visual of what your description is.
But you guys gotta smash that like just in case you haven't yet already, okay? This is a brand new poll. Alright, cheers. Let's see, I'm always curious about which one is winning right now, so let's go and look if anybody's actually voted yet. And then I should actually just share this post so you guys can see. Uh-oh. What happened? My internet. Did that not post? Oh my god, if that didn't post. Did that not post? Oh my god, I hate the internet. You guys all saw that, right? Give me F's in the chat if you guys saw that. That didn't post? Oh, no. Gosh, dang it. Oh my god. I hate wasting time. That's the worst thing, especially with technological stuff. 1 of 5. Oh, jeez. You guys saw that, right? That I finished it? Oh man, that sucks. Cat GME store manager. Okay, so I am once again here to ask. I'm once again here to ask for your meme impressions. Oh my Lanta. Alt plus F4? What does that mean? I don't have an Alt on this computer. This is a MacBook. Okay. Vote on your fellow Mo Monkeys. Vote on the goals of your fellow Mo Monkeys. Winner will come on the show. Submit your own goals with this link. I should have added the link anyway. So this is just my fault. It's all good. So put a down purchase or put a down payment or purchase a home. I was gonna add more stuff anyway. I like how some of these are just like actual student goals. It's very nice. Lose at least 4 kilos of weight. Now that is something that we want to be able to have at least a little bit here. What is your name here? German computer scientist living in Germany. Start a college fund for my daughter. Now that's very nice. This is Chris. This is just Chris. His name is Chris. Complete my final semester with A's. This is Andy. Hold on. Computer scientist from... Hold on a sec. Where is your name? Army veteran. Kaisha. Hold on a sec. I guess these are entirely different. Kaisha. Hold on. Kaisha. Whoa, my goodness. Who used to build Dave & Buster's. Okay, so... Architect. All right, that's good enough. There we go. You all see that, right? We have built out this freaking post one more time. We're doing it live. Oh man. Alt Command in Mac. I just want this to have been posted. There we go. It has been posted. Go check it out. Boy, oh boy, am I tired of YouTube. Sorry, YouTube, for saying that. I didn't mean to. Okay, so now we're going to finally do CEMI. CEMI. Now, I'm only on the 5-minute chart, but I wanted to see this from the daily first. Okay, big fat spike back in April. Oh, what? This spiked in the middle of the pandemic? Oh, that's why, because people are looking for chemistry and bio. So this spiked in the middle of the pandemic, major correction all the way back down. Basically any analyst could have predicted this. So once again, this is once again the runaway stocks syndrome. People are expecting like, oh, the catalyst makes sense, everything makes sense, go ahead, this is gonna go to the moon. No, even when our beloved GameStop and AMC squeezes, it's not going to stay up there. That doesn't make any sense. This is where we are going to be for this stock, having a hard bottom at 318 and just currently seeing a gap up on the daily chart. So this gap up is already making me feel like this is not sustainable. Let's look at the 30-minute chart. So we saw this major gap up here in the 30-minute chart after hours. So this is the after hours, roughly 6 p.m. We see ChemBio jumping from 350 all the way up to roughly $6.35. So it's up 60% today. From either a news catalyst, I'm assuming, or something else. Once again, if you were burned by this stock back in April of last year, this looks a lot like the same thing that's happening again this year. There is no fundamentals, no patterns that can support this rise for much longer. However, it did seem like after a small correction that it actually went and found itself another impulse right here. Subway from $5 all the way up to $6, and then another subwave from 550 all the way up to 620. So that could have easily led into a third subwave. This does not qualify for an actual impulse wave since it doesn't have the minimum 5 subwave requirements. This is not a subwave. This is not an impulse wave upward. I can only imagine that the news catalyst that is involved with this stock is likely going to lose steam soon. So do not try to catch away this runaway stock. I don't see anything that could support this growth for much longer. And then CCIV. For Rima, thank you for your patience. CCIV has recently, a couple days ago, dipped past my like super secure, uber strong level of support here. Should I bring it down here instead? Yeah, I'll bring it down here instead because it's a little more up to date. So bounce off of that $20 mental barrier twice. Actually, it's a little higher, about 21. A $21 mental barrier, and now CCIV has just been trending sideways right here. One of the things that you'll note is that this is actually a pretty like bland impulse wave here. Slightly smaller, slightly higher resistances each time, and then slightly higher supports as well. But then it kind of fumbles the ball earlier today. One of the first things that you'll notice in the very beginning is that VWAP trends above it. So this kind of price action is not driven by the VWAP. So it's not by a lot of people panic selling. It must be a different kind of catalyst or maybe an off-exchange volume that we're not seeing right now. For CCIV, I feel like the hype has slowly died down. And again, this is not going to be a safe investment until Lucid sells a car. So please wait until they sell a car if you're waiting to get in. This does not seem like a bullish trend here because this long tail dipped far below the lowest part of the previous pattern. So once again, if you guys are curious about the technical trading analysis 101 that we did over the weekend, I'm clipping that up and releasing that tonight. So go check that out. And but most importantly, I think this stock has a long way to go. But if you're looking for a mad discount, I mean, $3 above its strong support doesn't seem like a bad discount. However, I just don't see it ripping anytime soon. There's CCIV. Big F. Okay, well, that's the day. I don't think anybody has any more questions. So I want again to say thank you for investing in yourself, learning as much as you can about the journey that we call the casino run, right? We're trying to run through the casino that is the global stock market, and every day that we learn a little bit more is another notch on the belt for how much we have to grow together. I appreciate you guys jumping on. I also would appreciate you guys going off and watching a couple of the clips that are going to come out tonight. I know you guys are my loyal watchers because you guys are still hanging out with me an hour after hours actually started. So I appreciate that once more. If you guys want to see yourself on this list for the rest of the week, I am going to go off and directly update this list right now. So again, I appreciate all of you that have supported the show in the past, and we will see you in the money. Let me see one last time if you have any more questions. Can you do a data analysis on Matt Gaetz? I don't think so, but we will have a congressman tomorrow. We're likely going to have 8-bit again as well, and I cannot be more excited about the kinds of people that we have on the show, the caliber of people on this show. Ridiculously impressive, and that includes you guys for watching. So for now, but not for forever, I will see you in the money. Peace.